Hello and welcome. I'm at Kempenfelt Bay, and that's Barry behind me. Often you guys are asking, where am I launching from? Typically I will not give a detailed answer, but I will suggest that you take a look at some of my uploads where I talk about how I find launches, what tools I use, and my process of doing that. Take a look at those and you get a sense of where I'm launching from, and you'll also see clues in the video. Today though, you don't need any clues. It's very obvious by those buildings behind me. That's Barry, and this is Kempenfelt Bay. I've been seeing a lot of videos that go on about how amazing fall fishing is here in the bay. I'm in September right now. It's not quite late fall yet. In those videos I've been watching, people are all bundled up. It's gray, it's windy. It's not very pleasant. Today though, on the other hand, it's calm, it's sunny. And it's the end of September. It's not what looks to be late October, early November kind thing. I don't know if it's the right time of year to be finding fish here, but you know what? There's only one way to find out. Here we go. This bay is very deep. The center of it is at least 120 feet deep. That depth goes almost right to the shores of the bay itself. These are the depth ranges that I usually fish, the ones in color. Red is 0 to 5, orange is 5 to 10, yellow is 10 to 15, and green is 15 to 20. Needless to say, I will not be venturing into the really deep stuff in the center at all, but I will be sticking close to the shore. I'll be looking for structure. I'll be looking for stuff around the 20 to 25 feet depth. That means there's going to be no visual targets for me to zone in on. It's going to be pure offshore fishing. I'm going to have to rely on my electronics quite a lot today. Certainly the depth charts and forward facing and side imaging as well. We can see already there's a whole bunch of bait fish right there hovering over deep grass. That grass is what? It's like 14 foot at the top. We're in 20 feet at the bottom. So that grass is 6 feet tall. It must be really thick and vibrant. By that bait ball over there, there's a possibility there could be predators lurking in that grass. And what are predators? The one I'm looking for, smallmouth. So it's a good sign. Seeing all those bait fish around, I'm going to cast out this bait, which I haven't really used. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what the bait is. It's Crush City something. I'll put the name in the video. Well, nothing on that. I'm going to travel a bit now. Use electronics, see what I can see. And while I'm doing that, I might drag along a crankbait. This is the crankbait I'm taking with me. It's the Megabass Deep X. So I'm just gonna troll that behind me while I slowly look at what's beneath me in the water. I'm seeing some isolated grass here that borders on the outside edge of the grass. That's always very tempting to me. I'm gonna put the drop shot out there. One thing I don't see here though is bait fish on the graph. Without bait fish on the graph, I don't know what the chances are for there to be bigger fish. Only little nibbles on the drop shot, but there's grass around here. Jerk bait, Megabass. It's kind of cool just pedaling around in this setting with all these tall modern buildings around. So many of them. It's kind of different. Normally we're in nature, there's trees everywhere. This is rather urban, isn't it? This is a Wednesday though, and it's post-Labor Day, so that means there isn't a lot of people hanging out here. I'm sure it's much more busy on the weekends, and maybe at that point it isn't so pleasant because it's so crowded, so many boats buzzing around, people on jet skis. But right now, where I am, at this moment in time, it is very nice. There's a mixture of old buildings, new buildings, a variety of architecture to enjoy, and not just cottages. Those people up in the high-rises must have a pretty fantastic view. So I'm just cruising around, looking at my graph, and everything looks pretty desolate. You know, it's very flat and deep in the center of the bay here, and then it extends out into the shore, and then there's a very steep rise right away. That's what the bottom looks like. We'll see if there's any fish down there. Right now, it doesn't seem like there is. There may have been in that grassy area close to the launch that I explored a little bit, but right now there isn't much else. Not here anyway. Maybe on the way back to the launch, I'll try that grass again and try some different baits and fish it a little bit more carefully and pick it apart more. But right now, I just want to check out this bay and see what the other areas are like. It's so important to have electronics in this situation. Because look around me, there's nothing. There's nothing to target. You have to be able to see underwater, whether it's a structure with the side imaging or live scope. You know, like even side imaging does not help in this situation because there's no structure for them to relate to. It's just a flat bottom. All right, I see something on the sonar. Bait ball and possibly fish. Well, nothing. Nothing came of that. Jerkbait. Jerkbait didn't work. Didn't trigger anything. Snack craw. Go do your stuff. Nope. Snack craw did not do anything for them either. So I tried jerkbait. I tried drop shot. I haven't tried chatterbait. I haven't tried crankbait. Let's try the crankbait. I'm gonna do a little fan casting with the crankbait. Okay, so I did see bait fish here. So I'm gonna mark it. That way I know that I tried it. Let's move on. I've been on the North Shore. I've explored to a point, well, literally to a point. And so I think that's gonna be it for me. I think that point on the north side will be the end of what I see on the north. And then I'm gonna cross the bay, go into the south side. There's a bit more of a plateau, I think, in that area. It goes from deep to semi-shallow and holds there like 15 to 20 feet with some flats. One thing about the south though is that it's going to be a bit more in shade, so the temperature of the water will not be as high. You know, whatever, that's all conjecture. There's only one way to find out what's going on over there, and that's to go and see. But it'll be interesting to see what I anticipate to be the situation and then what actually happens over there. Let's finish on this point, see if there's anything there, and then we'll cross the bay. All right. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about confidence and the lack of confidence and why it is that we may or may not have confidence. Certainly for myself, I felt rather insecure as a young person. My family moved to North America when I was 6 years old, and being Taiwanese, coming to a new country, I was always an outsider. I always felt different from everybody else, obviously. And everybody, my peers, the other kids are cool, by the way. The other kids would make fun of me and make me feel like I was not a part of what was going on. I was different. And as a child, you know, when you're different, it's not good. You want to be part of the group. Being an outsider makes you wonder why. What makes me different? Why am I excluded? Why am I not part of what's going on? When everybody else is playing games, why are we last picked? When spin the bottle is happening, why can we not be a part of that game too? And the bottom line is, as a child, when that happens over and over and over again, you start feeling like there's something wrong with you. Of course, there is nothing wrong with you. You're just different. You're just not the same. And there's nothing wrong with being different. And as I grew older, I tried to celebrate the differences and kind of be not the same as everybody else. I dressed differently, I wore black, I did funny things to my hair, it was spiked up with gel. This was the 80s, and British New Wave was in, The Cure, Duran Duran, big hair, all that kind of stuff. And so I took pride in being different. That was how I was trying to get a sense of self, by being deliberately different, being on the fringe. I didn't think it was cool to be good at math, to be good in school, to do well and get good marks. It was cool not to do all those things. But despite me trying to find myself in being different, that wasn't the solution either. I still did not feel the confidence that I should have felt. I always felt less than everyone else. Now, why did that happen? I don't know. Part of it might have been the way that my family expressed their love for each other, or the lack of expression of love. Clearly, my parents cared for my sister and me, and they always reminded us about all the sacrifices that they made in coming to North America, to Canada and the United States, the two places that we were. They made sacrifices in order to bring us to a country with opportunity where we could have a better life. So if they made those sacrifices, clearly it was out of love. But they never told us that they loved us. They never told us that they were proud of us. No matter what we achieved, it was always never good enough. You could always do more, and you could always do better. So I guess, family life combined with life outside, in the outside world, outside of the family, everybody was giving us the message, everybody was giving me the message that I wasn't good enough. And when you go through all of your life feeling that way, it's bound to have an impact on your sense of self and your confidence. Ooh, we got a little bit of choppy water here. So fast forward through my 20s and my 30s, and then my 40s, and now I'm in my 50s. Through those decades, how do you find a sense of self, or find a sense of worth? And typically, we find that through our accomplishments. What are we successful at? So one of the obvious ones is work. We get a sense of self through our work and through our accomplishments in the workplace, what we choose for our career. Whether that career sees a lot of successes in terms of authority and promotion and responsibility and financial compensation. Well, established in my teens was that I wanted to be different and outside, so I chose a career field that was different. I started with music, playing violin, got a degree in that, Then I decided that it might be a little bit better to be in the mainstream, and so I got a degree in physiology, a bachelor's. And then I discovered science and loved it, and did a graduate degree in that, a PhD in biophysics, doing research in Alzheimer's disease. It was super exciting to be on the forefront of discovery and learning and doing experiments to see if we could learn more about Alzheimer's disease and how we could treat it. But still, despite all those successes, despite getting scholarships to do what I was doing, despite the affirmations of my supervisors for my PhD, I still felt like I wasn't good enough. I don't know about you guys and how you feel about that situation and how you guys get through life. Do you feel like you're good enough at the things that you put your mind to? You must. Many of you must be successful at your careers and have amazing roles with your company, or be self-employed, or be artists, or whatever it is. You must be successful at it. And for those of you that are successful, does that make you feel confident? I mean, you must feel confident at work, but then you get put into a new situation. And in that new situation that's strange to you, where people don't know the successes that you've experienced at work, do you feel as confident then? I don't know. Anyway, all I do know is that I feel more confident now, finally in my 50s, than I've ever had. And it's not because I got a lot of recognition for the work that I've done. It's not because of great financial reward. It's not because of adulation and admiration from everybody around me. It's really just because I've really gotten the sense lately from my mom, from my father, and from my sister that I'm okay, that they love me, and that I'm an important part of their lives. My mom told me the other day when we were talking on the phone that I feel good about you, Jackson. I think you'll do well, no matter what it is that you choose to do. And something as simple as that made me feel so good. And I'll remember that now for what's left of my life. And I wonder how I might be a different person if she had said those words to me when I was younger, when I was a child. But of course, she wasn't ready at that time. And I may not have been ready at that time either. We all grow, we all change. I am grateful that she did say that to me when she did. So I feel very lucky about that. Another thing I feel very lucky about and that I'm grateful for, and what has helped me with my confidence, is the love of one person in particular, and that's Johanna. Johanna makes me feel special and important. No matter what I do, she's there for me. And that has meant the world to me and made me feel so good. And I really treasure what we have in our relationship together. It's incredible. You never know what life is going to bring. All those decades of feeling like an outsider, I still do. But the love of my family and the love of Johanna, one person, has made such a huge difference. I'm very lucky. One of the reasons why I feel like I'm more confident than I used to be is that I've been saying hello to people. For some of you, that may seem rather simple and rather basic, but for me, that's a new thing. You know, like you see someone on the elevator, you smile and say hello. You see someone passing by on a boat, you smile and wave hello. Someone in line at the coffee shop, you smile and say hi. Or at the bar, you smile and you say hi and you engage in conversation. And I've been doing that lately. And I've been enjoying it. It's been a bit of a surprise for me. And when I say hello people and engage them in conversation, they seem to be happy too, and they engage in return. So that's kind of a positive feedback loop that happens. I initiate something, and then they return and contribute. And that's really fun. And what that says to me is that they're enjoying speaking to me. And that goes back to that whole thing that I was talking about, that now I actually feel like I am worthy of being liked. I am worthy of being loved. Something in me is inherently likable and lovable. Maybe not for everybody, of course, but I used to feel that nobody would be interested. Nobody would be interested in anything that I have to say. Yeah, so that is the sign recently that I feel more confident. I'm confident enough to engage people in conversation. So I'm going to put the question back to you now. Will you share with me what helps you guys feel confident? What to you is a sign of being a confident person? Not that I'm an expert or anything, but for those of you who are struggling with feeling confident or don't feel confident, maybe try what I've been finding helpful, which is say hello, people, smile. Look in their eyes and hold eye contact. Don't be like me and how I used to be, which was to look away and be shy. Look down, look at my feet. Instead, smile and hold their gaze. You don't have to be creepy about it, but just say with your eyes that you really mean saying hello. And I think that alone will help. And I think that alone will help. I don't know. Seemed to have worked for me, so give it a try. And then let me know. Let us all know. Did it work? Did it help? Is that a small step towards feeling good about yourself, feeling confident? It may be, it may not be. I may be full of shit, I don't know. But you don't know until you try. That's one of the things that fishing tells you, right? You may have all these theories, you may have all these ideas, but none of it is real until you go out there and do it for yourself. You may have all these thoughts about where the fish could be, but when you go out there, they may or may not be there. So, yeah, give it a go. Go outside. Go out there. When you're out there, smile at someone. Say hi. See what happens. Can't hurt. It'll make their day better. It may be really difficult to do, but trust me, it gets easier and easier. I'm now back pretty close to where I started. You can see Barrie over there. There's the apartment buildings, there's the old part of the town, and then there's Kempenfelt Bay, moving out into open water there. So I've done a lot of talking today, but very little catching. I've gone all around Kempenfelt Bay, not the entirety, but a good chunk of it. And I found nothing. But I did get a chance to yak, engage in a little bit of sharing. You'll have to let me know if it was oversharing or not. Without finding fish, there's very little to do other than talk. So there you have it. So that was a day of exploring Kempenfelt Bay with no success. None whatsoever. I do know what it's like here though. I have a better sense of what's going on in this place. Lots of jet skis, probably very busy with recreational boaters, depending on time of year and time of the week. So back to those videos I've seen. I guess it was fall time for a reason, late fall. That's when the fish come here for whatever it is that they come here for. Maybe they spend the winters here because it's so deep. That we'll have to find out. Maybe one of you guys knows what's going on here and you would care to give us some insight. If you do, that would be much appreciated. And yeah, so do that in the comments if you could. I'll be watching the sonar on my way back to the launch. My feeling is there's gonna be zilch. This is probably as good a point as any to sign off. And if you're seeing this, it means I decided to upload it. If you're not seeing it, then it means that it wasn't uploaded. It's gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna have to watch this footage back and see if it's worth sharing or not. So yeah, that's it for now. Adios. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys again next time. Hopefully we'll catch some fish then. Bye.